Now, I spent most of my time sort of embarrassed because I just played through something together real quick because I spent most of my time. This right here was about all the apps I had on my thing. But you see, I've got some, all kinds of history apps. You've got the Smithsonian, you've got Gods of Egypt mythology. There's all kinds of things you can put in there, apps for your class that make it more interesting. But you can see what I've been spending most of my time doing the last couple of days. Had about 2 pages worth of apps, free apps, as we found out. Now, just playing around with what I had, I've got softball practice tonight, so I just played around with this a little bit. And if you've ever had my class, you understand I'm not the best artist. And where is it at? How's it not doing this? Where'd it go?
Do done. You can click done.
Close or done?
Done. Or close.
Close.
Whatever it is, top left.
Oh, there we are. Let's go. All right. Turn it up, playing.
Turn your volume. It is, you turn your volume down.
Oh, I turned the volume down. Okay, never mind. Let's go back then.
Well, I'm Greg Bird, and I'm going to give you a short version of the differences between softball and baseball. Softball is a game played on dirt instead of grass. It is a very fast game. The reason for the infield speeds the game up because the ball travels quicker across the dirt than it does in the grass. One of the other things that helps the game be faster is the fact that a softball mound is only 43 feet away from home plate, unlike baseball, which it is 60 feet. The pitching mound for softball is flat, and the average college pitcher will pitch anywhere from 50 to 60 miles an hour. But at 43 feet, it gives the batter very little time to react. In baseball, the mound is raised, and like as I said before, it is 60 feet away from home plate, and the average baseball travels between 80 and 90 miles an hour at the college level. Even though the ball is traveling faster, the baseball player still has an extra 17 feet to react. Average softball is 12 to 11 inches in diameter compared to an 8-inch baseball. The ball is bigger, it's usually yellow, and it is easier to see and pick up. The softball pitcher throws underhand, whereas the baseball pitcher throws overhand. The underhand motion causes less wear and tear on the arm. It is more of a natural motion for the arm, whereas the overhand pitcher in baseball, usually a pitcher has to sit out for days after a start. In softball, many pitchers can pitch up to 50 or 60 games in a season, and this is back to back. Another thing that helps speed up the game of softball over baseball is the bases are 60 feet away. Unlike baseball where the bases are 90 feet. Once again, we see how much faster the game is, and because of the dirt infield, you don't have as much time. The runner has 30 feet less to travel. So you have to know ahead of time what you're going to do with the ball. There's not a lot of time to think about what you're going to do. In the game of softball, you create runs through bunts and slap hits. There's not a lot of power that comes into play, whereas in baseball, the home run hitter is seen as the superior ball player. In softball, it is the batting average, the number of times you get on base, which is more important. Also, speed is very important in softball compared to baseball instead of power.
Okay, and then another thing I worked on, and I'm having a heck of a time with it, is, maybe it'll play for us, is I had a telecom, fixed me an avatar, was able to pick up one of my pictures and I made it. Now, let's see. Well. Oh, and if you didn't notice, one thing you need to do is obviously, no, I don't want to tear it, that started all over on it. Or is it gonna play it? One thing you need a script, definitely. See, I've got them saved here, probably not. See, I can't get it to play for me, but anyway, I've got a couple videos up here saved, let's see what it's gonna show. But you pick your background from pictures you might have. There's probably,
Put your sound on.
yeah, we turned everything on this morning, and it's still not playing. I probably got something I don't have. But anyway, you can go through here, like I said, you can pick your characters however you want to. You can pick your emotion for your person, which I was heavy, because the background I picked was one of my photos from the beach. And if I were, and of course you can do road trips as your background, you know, set that up. And, we're in New York City, we're along the road, traveling, but you can pick up all kinds of things. And you were talking about, basically, my avatar is telling you the weather forecast. It's a beautiful day, I don't know why it's not playing for me now. Another thing I got to play with, of course, here is there's a site here that it comes in real well with the, after the thing we had this morning. So, it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed the Spanish presentation today and would like to learn more about Adobe Reader. There it is in Spanish.
Me gustó mucho la presentación española de hoy. Le gustaría aprender más acerca de Adobe Reader.
And that was translate. And you can see, like I made fun of you a while ago. For
你
next,
好，你想去中国什么时候？
as you can see, that is hello, what time do we eat Chinese next time? So, this right here, if you have a language class, can help your students as far as, and like I said, it was just translate. That's a free app also.
What was the name of it?
Translate.
Translate.
And I mean, go back to it. You can see here, pick your language, whatever language you want to pick in Haitian Creole, Hungarian, all the way through. They have Irish. That'd be interesting. Anyway, you just pick whatever language all the way you want to go through A to Z. They can go Zulu on it. Anyway, but if you have a foreign language class, or like we want to do, we're doing World War II, and we could, you know, I show a lot of, well, Japanese. Tora 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 is one of the best movies about Pearl Harbor, and it's in Japanese. See, now I can sort of get the students, they can really understand what they're saying. So, but there's a lot of good apps out there for you to play with. Like I said, I spent a lot of time playing. I'm sort of embarrassed after seeing some of the other presentations, but I really enjoyed this because I've got education on here, and I've got Animoto and some of these others. But there's all kinds of apps, the Prezi, and then this Discover Apps. This basically the whole page is what I've loaded today, listening to them talk. Through Discover Apps, I put in Chinese history and had all kinds of stuff to come up. And there's just a wealth of information, wealth of apps out there for you. And like I said, all these are free. I've not spent a penny, and I've put about 4 pages worth of apps on there in this thing. So it's very, very useful and educational.